Hey guys, very controversial subject. TikTok is still taking videos down. I thought we had free speech, so undoubtedly we don't. I lost an appeal and they just took another one down on my backup phone. So we'll try this, but if you don't get to see it, it's on Mitchell Gaither 3959 at YouTube. I've had videos there and they've only took one down. This is about the unfortunate instance of all these schools, and the one at Uvalde. All right, Putin said 90% of all worldwide events, and that's earthquakes, everything else, including these, are CIA black ops, and they are. They are either actually done and they're MK Ultra, but most of them are fake. And how they get away with this, I don't know, especially big areas about Uvalde, but I know it not to be true. Do not get on here and tell me I was there, wah, wah, wah. It's true, it's not, bullshit. And if you believe any of that crap's true, like these untrained kids that weigh a little bit more than the weapons they're carrying, and big old trained police officers, a lot of former military, are scared of them, what you need to do is take a hammer and go to that tele live vision and beat it to a pulp, and don't ever turn it on again, because you are brainwashed beyond, at least where I can help you. It's all BS. I believe it's 715 Old Kazero Road off of, trying to picture it, highway going west off Highway 83, and you take Old Kazero Road, and it's a little ways up to your left. I was in Uvalde in 1990, but nothing's changed. If you look where they showed the Biden character, it looked like maybe East Texas or around here in Arkansas. That is not the way that area looks unless you're along a riverbed or something like that. A friend of mine, this is how controlled it is. A friend of mine has a hunting guy's friend down there, and a friend of mine went down there and showed me the memorial and everything else. And I said, that's not where the is. Oh yeah, I said, no it ain't, it's bullshit. Well, my friend's got a friend that was a teacher there, and she got unalived, or her child, or a friend that had a child left. And I said, no, those children had been seen at other instances, and they all had, well, I think at least half of them had actor's license. People check. How they do it, I don't know. This was a military op. The others, they get their houses paid for, or they're probably threatened or whatever. But if you will think logically, if you will go to Google and go to 715 Oak Kazero Road, you will be going north, and you will see the soccer fields, and I estimate 15, 20 acres there, and there's maybe 30 trees that you call trees on the whole campus. Then you will get to the left, and if you will start looking at the building, if you're from Quitman, it looks like the old Quitman Elementary with the big windows and everything else like that. And when you get there, there's a little pull-off, little circle pull-off where you can drop your kids off, and there's about a 4 or 5 foot chain link fence around that, and there's 8 trees on the east side of the building. But if you look to the southwest, there's the old Robb Elementary School. There's no perfect little sign and bricks and everything else, and it's a 1-story school building. If you will go at corners with Old Geraldine Street, you cut. Oh, my phone fell. If you will go and if you will look, and when you corner, if you will look back to the south, it has, I believe, 9 hedges, different sizes, a few short ones, I think there's 5 short ones and 2 big ones. You'll go on down, and then you'll see the newer part of the school. It might be a 2-story, but it's not very big, and it's nothing like what they showed on the news. The true news, yeah, right, what a joke. Can't believe you, I'm telling you what, y'all are just flat out just beyond help if you're still watching and believing the news. What did Trump say about the news over and over again? You didn't listen to him. He's trying to reverse brainwash. Anyway, if you look at that whole school, it's just not done there. And what it was is, and this is a long video, but I'm trying to explain to you. What it was, military op. There was a tunnel going there from there to Mexico, and they were saving kids. They might have been 19 saved. They wasn't 19 unalived. And if you look at the code, I just now figured out, one of my followers posted a video and was able to help me figure it out. And it's using biblical stuff. A lot of stuff I I don't agree with the way they're doing things, but it's code. And there's supposed to be a bad Trump, a Ronald Trump, and a good Trump, to Donald Trump. Okay, Trump's the 19th president of the restored republic, but most people hadn't figured it out. Okay, there's 19 cops in the parking lot. A lot of them's going to be ex-military. They would knock a wall down and fight King Kong to save my life, let alone kids. They're not going to sit out there. If they was trained military in there, they would in there risk their lives. They're not going to sit out there and wait for the commanders, you know, exact commands and everything else. That's all BS. But there's also 2 teachers unalived and students. And then also the next day in Nebraska, there's a crowd running in 2 and 19 hurt and 2 unalived. So there's your 2 19s. And there is military codes like that, but I finally figured out they're doing these 2 different timelines. So there's 2 19th presidents of the United States. It's just like there was 2 45s with the Biden character and the Trump character. I get so angry at all the stuff, the way they're doing it. But they're telling you there's 2 19s, a good one and a bad one. So that's a fact. You can go to Google Earth and then do the street view, and you can check me out on everything I tell you. I talked to a lady online who confirmed that school was shut down a year before it happened. Well, you know, there'd be trolls online not telling the truth. But I was at the restaurant at Greer's Ferry. Y'all know my favorite restaurant. They don't want me to mention the name no more. And people don't scared because I'm in there and people are looking at me and they don't want to go in there. Man, America's become weak. But anyway, I was sitting there explaining to the waitress, and people were in there laughing at me. How can you, by memory, describe the school? You got your phone. You don't want to know the truth. You want the constant reassurance what you believe the truth, like a lot of you church people that think your way is the only way, and you can do anything you want and get away with it, and just because you accept a fake deity made by the governments to control you, that you're going to go to this wonderful place, and guys like me who are fighting the fight to save the children. And I want to ask you, what if it's your child? You wouldn't call me a conspiracy theorist, but you think your way is the only way, and they want that constant reassurance, and go and let somebody tell you what they want to hear that don't know a damn thing more than you do. You don't want the truth. All they had to do is go to their phone. I give them the address, but they sat and laughing at me, and I noticed the whole time this guy next to me just doing like this. He looked at him and said, the man's telling the truth. And I looked at him, I said, he's from town next there. He described that school to a T. And he said it's been shut down a year. He said every word that man said was true, and they laughed at him. You can't make that stuff up. That is beyond ignorant. It's beyond willful ignorance. That proves the old saying is, no amount of evidence will convince an idiot, and those people are idiots. Yes, NRA, they're all involved. All of them are Masons. 98% of people in the $20 million club. So, what a pyramid scheme. We all fell for it. I did too. Every time there is an incident like that, we all go get our guns, and ammo thinks it's bad, and they're sitting laughing at us. Both sides are sitting there laughing at us. Boy, those people are idiots, and we were. They're involved in it. They make money off of it. They create it. They start the narrative. They know a lot about this, and they are involved. They are going down too. Your NRA people are going down, most of them, if they hadn't already went down. Took a one-way trip to get Mo. I assure you that, my friends. I assure you that. You can laugh at me all you want. It's all a Ponzi scheme. It's all a pyramid scheme. Look how much money. Think about. I know people that worked at the Remington factory, and they would work shifts 7 days a week forever when one of these was going on. What a money-making scheme. What a scam. And we fell for it. It was our fault to turn a blind eye to it and think, this just ain't right. Especially when you see there's big, strong military coming in there, but these kids and no security and all this other stuff, it's all a bunch of bullshit. And people are finding out about it. So they're all involved. The Masonic lodges, not all of them. There's a lot of good Masons in Eastern Star, but the top, all of them are involved. It's all a scam. It's just all a con. But you've got to realize, it's easy to con someone, but because of pride, ego, and selfishness, it's hard to convince them they've been conned. Hey, I'll admit when I've been conned. I've been conned. Are you going to admit you've been conned? The NRA is going down. It'll never be the same. Safari Club, Outdoor Channel, all of them. All of them. No, I said not all of them. I mean the channels and everything. There's some good ones there. What I tell you is the truth. So do you want the constant reassurance of the truth, or do you want the truth? Truth shall set you free, but as Jack Nicholson said, you can't handle the truth.